is so beautiful. What the heck is that? Delightful. I'm curious. I'm a bit concerned. It's kind of groovy. Hello and welcome to episode 8 of Smash or Pass Mystery Mould Edition. This is the last episode before we get back into the Mystery Mould series, which I am so looking forward to and I hope you are too. So let's pick some molds. I'm gonna grab this one here and I'm gonna grab one of these ones and let's grab these two. So I'm just having a look at the mold and I don't know what this is. So it's by Clay Magic in Rockwood, Michigan. It's from 1995 and it's J1415. It says Farmer Santa attachment. That's what we've got. It doesn't really look like Santa. Must go with something Santa themed. But let's pour it up and have a look-see. What the heck? What the heck is that? You know what? It is an attachment piece. It needs another part. It's so random. It's like a goose that looks like it's going to grab a piece of bread, and then there's this little ear. This is like one little furry ear. And then there's this hand with, there's this hand holding a mug. Yeah, I don't know what to do because I probably have the rest of this piece somewhere. So these are just the attachments. And if I smashed the attachments and I do have the actual big piece and I need this, I'm gonna have to hunt through the molds and see if I've actually got it. Or if you have the main mold, and you need this part, let me know, or vice versa. I wanna know what it makes. It's more mystery. I have more questions than when I started. I'm gonna have to pass it on and just hope that maybe one of the other molds is the other part that we're missing, and we're just gonna hold on to it until we maybe find it. So it's a pass. It looks like it's a mug and it's got like a texture detail on it. I'm not hopeful. I'm not hopeful for this piece just because it is so worn. Oh no. I didn't see that before. We've got a whole chunk missing. Oh, hopefully it doesn't leak. I'm gonna pour this really gently. It hasn't leaked. I think we would know about it by now, but it hasn't leaked. So this mug has done its innings. We've got a split and some breaks. I'm curious. I'm curious to see what's inside. I don't know if you saw that, but it like smoked. That is really weird that that smoked. I'm a bit concerned. You know what it looks like? This is the texture of like what my family would cook scalloped potatoes in, but as a mug. Kind of groovy. I kind of like it, but I also don't really know if I can do too much with this design. It's just like a quick little glaze. Not really, wow, that's a really funky mug because it's got like a UFO flying out of it. That would be a cool mug, but it's just a nice texture. I love that handle shape. That handle is really lovely. It's enough for 2 fingers to hold that really nicely. I really appreciate that. I also love how symmetrical this shape is. It's quite nice to admire. It's nice for resting a finger underneath just as much, like it's almost intended for that. The mold itself has done its innings. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm not gonna smash this and I'm not gonna pass this. I'm actually just gonna make a couple of these just to see what the glaze looks like on them. That's it. I'm not even gonna make a video on it. I'm just gonna make some and see what they look like. Maybe I'll post some photos. I don't know, we'll see. I do want to see what that texture looks like once it's glazed and also have a feel of this cup once it's finished. I'm not going to smash or pass this. It's actually, I'm going to make some. On the bottom, it actually says pansy and tulip handles for DM1737. Now, I don't think I have that, but it does sound really similar to a set of handles I've already done. They're kind of interesting because they kind of look like an artistic representation of a uterus. Ooh. That is so beautiful. That is stunning. I'm really, wow. It's 4 handles, 2 with pansies, 2 with tulips. Assuming that this would make, there should be a mug that it goes with, which I haven't found yet, but it looks very similar in shape to the handles I've already done, which means the mug that I have been using for that will be perfect for this. The other thing is handles are really universal, which is really great because you can add them to just about anything. If you've got a pot, if you've got a jug, well, I've listed like 2 things, but they're really great. They're really great. Kudos for this mold, because usually with handle molds you sort of pour one end of each handle, whereas this one you pour both handles at once, which means you've got a better strike rate to get it completely solid. As the clay gets absorbed, it like shrinks. It sinks into the mold, so you have to keep topping it up to get something solid. Some things you can kind of never get solid, but this piece, excellent. Because of that extra area, it gets solid. In fact, I didn't need that much clay. Like, that's a lot of wasted clay for that mold. Maybe that's a setback. Maybe that's a setback of that design, you get a bit of wasted clay. I recycle it anyway, but you've got to recycle it and not use it for a piece. The tulip leaves look so much like actual tulip leaves. That's just awesome. Actually, this is a pot I threw on the wheel the other day. Just want to see what it might look like. You could really have fun playing with like a collage. I could get my butterfly and my rainbow, and you could just literally make a collage of pottery pieces, which is kind of really fun, which is so cool because I've always loved collage and never actually considered doing it with my pottery in that way. So many people request it, but I've never actually like done it. It's a Pass. It's from 1980. And it's an Alberta's A206. Teeny tiny things tend to be a Pass just because I like how small they are. Delightful! That's absolutely delightful. I love that. So it's a tiny little teacup. My heart is so happy. I love it. Oh, it's so small. What cute little ideas can I do for this? So we've had a tiny bowl, and the tiny bowl is great because I can turn it into magnets, but this is probably a little bit too big and too heavy for that. I am actually thinking, what else could this be for? Like, what, it could be a cute little attachment on another cup. So you've got 2 cups, or even like, oh, you know what I could do with this? You know what I could do with this? This could accompany another cup, and it could be for your tea bag. It could be for your little tea bag. I love it. That's not the saucer for it, but I wonder if we've got a saucer. Really cute. Passing on. I think it's great. Thank you so much for watching this little mini series. I am so happy so many of you loved it as much as I did making it. We'll have to do this again sometime, but until then, I have one more thing I want to ask you. Of course, we have to give one of these smashed molds from the series a second chance. I will have a pinned comment below. All you have to do is like the number that you would most like to see me do, and I will be bringing it back in the mystery mold series when it returns. I can't wait to see which one you pick. Again, thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more.